Arizona basketball, because I'm selfish. I want stuff that is good for the U of A. KJ Lewis, Caleb Love. We're not invited to the NBA Combine. I say good. We don't need poking and prodding around with KJ Lewis. This is good. Generally, guys that aren't, these are generally considered the top 60 prospects in the country. I say this is very good, Saul, and looking forward to having them back next year. Wink, wink, wink.
It's only good if they do something with it when they come back.
True.
Okay. So the fact that they're not top 60 prospects would tell you that maybe they overachieved last year a little bit.
Yeah.
Based off of talent and what the NBA thinks of them.
Right.
So you got to come back. You got to take that to heart, and you got to improve your skill sets in your game, and you got to put in the work. And I think these two, KJ Lewis certainly, Caleb Love certainly, can come back and do that. I've said that this whole time. It's like you get evaluated, you find out where you're at, and then you come back and you work on the things that you're weak at or what you're perceived to be weak at. You increase your stock, and then you go back the right way. I was asked a question this morning on Spears and Ali. For those of you in Tucson, they asked why
94.9 channel 4 on your HD dial.
There you go. I was asked why do teams like the players that are like 19 years old and the freshmen as opposed to the veterans that have been in. And I said, because a lot of it is superficial. They look at the measurables. They look at what they think that they can get out of an individual. It's much like dating, right? Like the first thing that we look at when we're dating is are you attracted to X person? And sometimes it takes you a little while to really get to know a person and realize that either you like them or you don't. And once you do, and you realize there's more substance to an individual, the more attractive they get and the better off in the long term you will be. But if you just go for looks all the time, you're not always going to hit a home run, and you're not always going to find the perfect match for what you're trying to get out of a relationship. Much like in basketball, it's the same way. You got to make sure that you're going after prospects that you think are going to pay off for you in the long run and give you a lot of, stabilization. And I think with Caleb Love and KJ Lewis, they proved that they can provide something there. You just need to figure out whether or not they can expand on those abilities and take you to another level, because I guarantee you, if they do, you will get a ring. See that? See how it's all together?
Oh, Saul, that was amazing. That was amazing. W analogy. Or you can just be like Mike Luke and hit the lottery, and everybody asks you how this worked out for you, and I just say I have no clue. We'll leave it at that.
Wait, are you talking about your girl?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, listen, man, you did hit the lottery. Good for you, man.
Very happy with myself. I deserve that. Let me ask you this, though, Saul. Let me ask you this. I believe KJ Lewis is eventually an NBA player. Is Caleb Love an NBA player? Do you see, and what is the route for Caleb Love? I keep going back to a really, really poor man's Tyrese Maxey. Like just kind of, but I can't really think of, I don't see it, Saul. That's why I don't see it. I see KJ's upside. I don't see Caleb Love's upside as the NBA.
Caleb is going to have to reinvent himself a bit. You can't be a tweener shooting guard in the NBA and not shoot at an insanely high clip.
Yeah.
There's only been a few of those types of dudes in the NBA, a few. And I'm talking about, like, I can't even think of one right now, because Jalen Brunson is not a two guard. He's a point. And I know he scores a majority of the Knicks points, but you got to go back to like Chris Jackson, Muhammad Abdul-Rauf. Yeah. You got to go back to Dana Barros, those types of players, like guys that were shooting guards, but they were tweener shooting guards, but they could shoot at a very, very high clip. Caleb Love's percentages tell you that he's not at that level yet. And if he wants to get drafted, he's going to have to find a way. He's going to have to find a way to increase those percentages, become a lot more consistent from the outside, and really ball out, because he's not a point guard, and the handling and the facilitation is just not going to work for him at the next level. So if he improves that, he will be an NBA draft pick. But if not, then he'll find himself playing with a lucrative career, don't get me wrong, in Europe, and there's nothing wrong with that. But just do me a favor. Don't go to the damn G League. It is a lost cause. The only reason why players go to the G League is because they need a little bit of development to get to the league, or they are fooling themselves into thinking that if I continue to play in the G League, at some point I'm going to break through. And it's just this false hope. And there's a couple guys that are in the G League right now that have no business being in the G League. They can make millions overseas, but they're toiling away in the G League. Why? Because they think they're going to make it to the league, and they're just wasting away their prime years, losing a lot of money and setting themselves up for success in the future on the hope of a dream. And that's just, at some point, reality's got to hit. I tore my ACL way back in the day, and I knew the dream was over. I wasn't going to be able to play in the league. I couldn't do shit. I was playing Division II basketball. It doesn't matter. Like, it's over. It's over. It's over.
Were you still able, after the dream went over, were you still able to read Word Up magazine? Very, very good. Very, very funny. Hey, Dana Barros off topic. Can you go to Boston College?
Ooh,
I'm generally really good with colleges, and I'm drawing a total blank on that one.
I don't think I think Dana Barros went to a Big Ten school.
I think he went to a smaller school.
Let's find out.
Everybody else out there, we do not have access to Google, but you guys can help us. Ralph Amston, we need your help right now. Please help us. Let's see here. But I believe.
Dude, good call.
What?
Boston College.
Yeah,
nice
yeah. I am somewhat of a savant at times, and this is definitely one of those times. So anyways, so that's where I'm happy with it. I will say this, all of these people, though, you got to understand that Joson Sanon is most likely not coming here with these two, but I get it. He wants to come here. He wants to get into the NBA, wants to play a bunch. Caleb Love's coming back. If KJ Lewis is coming back, then it's going to be a little bit difficult for him.